sheer devastation. Devastation is also coming to Disney, apparently. Hang on one second. Doink. Disney Plus Hotstar sheds 12.5 million subscribers in fiscal quarter 3 amid strategy shift. Streaming losses narrow. I love the way they worded this, saying streaming losses narrow. We're losing slightly less money because you're spending slightly less money on content. That's the only reason streaming losses are going down. And interesting, as analysts say, Disney Plus is dying. Now, we have Bob Iger. Bob Iger says that, we did great when we started, right? But now we're having the normal settling. No. Okay, Disney loses 300,000 customers in US and Canada while streaming only Hulu gains 300,000. It's not even that. That's really really accurate. If your primary market is in decline almost instantly, right? Now, this is when all the sign-up deals have really run out. And that's, when I pay for Disney Plus for a year, I doubt very strongly that I'm going to renew for a second year. Why? It's, why? I have Netflix, I have Amazon Prime, and I'm not getting rid of Amazon Prime. I don't say getting rid of Netflix in the near future. It's just like all of Disney stuff. It's this weird gay shit, which I think Russell Davis looked at first and said, "Oh, how marvelous! Yes, we can be at home." And it seems the new Doctor Who is very much fitting into the idea of being weird gay shit. So what does this mean, right? What does this mean for Disney? What does this mean for Doctor Who? Well, firstly, it seems pretty apparent that Disney is up for sale, right? Not bits of it, all of it, right? And I think they're are the two competitors right now are Apple and is it Blackstone or BlackRock? One of them. The one that isn't ESG obsessed, right? Which is good news, right? Or they may break up. They may break it up. But what does this mean to Doctor Who? Well, the stuff in the can is the stuff in the can is the stuff in the can, right? That's an asset they have. It's going to have, but they haven't started filming Suiter's second season. Maybe this huge comeback will be very, very, very short-lived, right? But I think this does explain why Russell Davis has been sniping a bit at fandom, right? Because he sees how Disney Plus is going down. It's not going down well at all, right? Look, isn't it's not going down well. And why is it not going down well at all? Well, because of things like this, right? Look, I'm sorry, this is kink. Here, let's look at this video they put out. This is kink they're promoting to your children, right? And if you want to do something kinky, do something kinky. I don't mind. That's what you want to do, right? Where is it? Here we go. Doink.
Today, we're looking at the most iconic friend group, Disney's Mickey and Friends. And the character most like me is Minnie Mouse.
So, Minnie Mouse isn't most like you. You have a penis. And Minnie Mouse has a cartoon vagina. I've never had sex with her, right? I've never had sex with Minnie Mouse. I never wanted to have sex with Minnie Mouse. I'd be vaguely interested to see a lesbian show by Roger Rabbit's wife, Jessica Rabbit, and Minnie Mouse, right? I would be vaguely interested in that, right? But I wouldn't like to see a girl-on-girl show by Daisy Duck and Minnie Mouse, right? No, not really into. But okay, listen, if this is your kink, that's fine. This is your kink, but you're not a little girl, right? You're a grown-ass man, right? And it's weird, right? This is weird, right? And this is clearly aimed at children. And, here's the thing. When you tell adults, well, it used to be when you told adults insane things, like 2 and 2 equals 5, right? Adults would have the cognitive reasoning to be able to push back against it, right? Children don't, right? Children don't. If you tell children that, having a penis doesn't make you into a boy, right, and this is perfectly normal and nice, then And then you have like all the social reinforcement, right, of this through social media, where if you start if you're a kid that starts down the path of transgenderism in any way, your posts get massively upvoted, right, massively promoted, and so you get tons of likes and you feel really great about yourself. So essentially what happened to Dylan Mulvaney, somebody who desperately wanted to be famous, right? He kept trying everything. He tried being a girl in 2020, whatever it was, right? And he got massively, and it made him famous, right? It gave them what they want. So, you know, they say this person's famous, this person's smiling, this person's getting everything. So why don't we give this a try?
And I have the most perfect dress to start the look. It even has little Mickeys on it, and I love how bold of a red it is. It's just like Minnie. I'm thinking of layering a fun collar, like this one, just to give it a little more flair. But now I feel like the dress needs more shape, so let's add this white petticoat under it. It's so fun to move in, and I love how it peeks out.
Okay, again. I understand this is your kink, but like you're pushing your leftism for you. Yeah, you're pushing your kink on children with devastating effect, I think, probably.
At the bottom.
And you're partnering with Disney to do this, right? This is Disney's mission, right? This is Disney's mission in life, right? And so, you know, that's why I don't see things like this as the wrath of God being unlikely, right? Yeah, look, I mean, the reason, according to Jewish law, that God brought the flood, you know, the one with Noah and the ark, right? The reason God brought the flood was as a result of this public immorality, right? Yeah, I mean, like, so I didn't share this thing. The reason that we see like these wrath of God type things is for public immorality, right? And look, I didn't write this stuff down. I'm not even saying this is happening. Correlation doesn't equal causation. I thought that about the climate change thing with my brother-in-law. Same thing applies to me. Correlation doesn't equal causation, but it might. That's the thing, it might.
More shape, this belt should do the trick. Now for hair, I'm thinking of doing space buns. So let's pull out my hair donuts and just...
So you know, I really want to be clear. I am not advocating in any way, shape or form harming or attacking or disadvantaging anybody trans or gay or different in any way. Just as the same way, I think God finds this sort of thing repugnant. I think he finds that repugnant too, right? I don't do that.
Like that, it kind of looks like I have Minnie ears. And Minnie wears gloves, so I need gloves. I'm also gonna add this watch with Minnie and all her friends on it. It's so cute. But now, to be as bold as Minnie, I need a bold red lip.
Minnie isn't bold, right? Minnie isn't bold. And again, yeah, you got to understand, to people who believe in Judeo-Christian values, this is deeply offensive, right? And again, we're fine to live and let live, but stop pretending this is normal, right? Stop pretending this is normal.
Classic, and it's so pretty. Now, let's add some black tights and pull out the iconic yellow pump. I'm just like Minnie Mouse. But wait, something's missing.
A sense of sanity and morality.
I know. How could I forget? A giant red bow, the biggest fashion statement. And now the look is complete. I literally look like Minnie Mouse. And
are you really trying to tell me you're not promoting transgenderism to minors, right? Are you genuinely trying to tell me that Disney is not doing this, right? But obviously they are.
They fit in perfectly with Mickey and his friends. The bow.
Yeah, okay. I'm reminded of the Dave Chappelle sketch where he's the drug addict going to visit the school. Said, "Don't do drugs, kids. If you do drugs, Mickey Mouse and all his friends will come alive and play with you for hours and hours and hours." It'll be. See if I can find that sketch. Dave Chappelle. Drug addict school. Let's see if it comes up. Here we go. Wow, bloody hell. First thing. Oh my God. I can't believe that came up first bloody thing. That's crazy. Here, let me grab this. Again, this seems to be exactly the same thing to me, right? Like David Tennant was wearing a badge saying, you're safe with me. Oh, that was the wrong one. Hang on. You're safe with me. Where did the thing go? Didn't want to download it. That link wasn't found, but it's right here. Okay, I'll try this one instead. One second, see if this one works. Boink. There we go. Here it comes. Share screen. Video file.
Doing drugs when I was little, just like you, fellas. Me and my friends would go home and smoke marijuana after school. Can you say marijuana?
Marijuana?
Okay, does this not look similar to you?
That's what I was smoking. Sometimes dipped in embalming fluid. And me and my friends would laugh and giggle and eat all the cookies. It was terrible, terrible. Then I upgraded to a little drug called acid. Very inexpensive and affordable. Even young children could afford it. It's so
again, this is parody. That's real. What's the difference?
bad. I did 2 hits of that. And Bugs Bunny and Scooby-Doo and all my favorite cartoon heroes came to my room and ate cookies with me and sang songs for 16 hours. God damn! Talking about...
Okay. Be kind. Allow children to do acid. Yeah, absolutely. Be kind. So look, Disney is in freefall, right? Their earnings call was a disaster, right? They've lost 12.5 million subscribers. This is not good, right? This is not good news for them whatsoever. Because they should be still on the growth curve, right? They shouldn't have started to contract and tank yet. So this is very bad news, right? Very bad news for Disney Plus and for Doctor Who. Now, again, how soon could this be bought out? But I think it's BlackRock or Blackstone or Apple. Very soon, right? Very soon. Now, I don't see either of them changing the content that they have, but look, this idea that we're with, this, here's an article about it. This idea that we're with Disney with unlimited money and everything's going to be fine isn't true, right? Isn't true. Darren Bradley's there. He says, is this laser thing the same business as the recent whistleblower that revealed a super laser that shot up into the sky in the polar regions? I don't know. I just vaguely remember this. I saw it on Tim Paul as well. And I thought I'd like, listen, it's worth looking at, isn't it? It's worth looking at. But yeah, I don't know. Here, let's read this article. Share screen. Fine. After Walt Disney Company reveals another 300,000 subscriber loss for Disney Plus users in the States and Canada. That's just the States and Canada, right? And these are the people who got all those like early deals. The early deals that started when they launched. They're like, hey, get Disney Plus for free for a year, or get it for $10 for the next year. And we were like, yeah, okay. Like I know, I paid like $70 or something for a year. So I was like, yeah, okay. Look, the economy wasn't quite as awful as it is now. Okay, all this stuff he puts in, John Trent puts in, really slows down the page loading. Walt Disney Company has revealed a company lost more than 300,000 subscribers on Disney Plus. In their third quarter of financial earnings. And listen, the way they worded it was like, oh, we it slowed down slightly. We've lost 100,000. No, that's in this quarter. In the last quarter, you lost 200,000, right? It's not good, right? And that you lost 12.5 million for losing out from India. You're not doing well, mate, right? This is not going down well. The company's third quarter fiscal year 2023 earnings report, the company revealed that Disney Plus subscribers in the United States and Canada declined from 46.3 million at the end of the quarter to 46 million. Again, that doesn't sound too bad, but we don't know how real those numbers are either, right? A lot of people might just got it with Verizon. That's a loss of 1% of all Disney subscribers in the United States and Canada, and a loss of 3. Yes, we understand. You said that several times now. The loss of 300 subscribers from the second quarter to the third quarter in the United States and Canada followed a similar decline in the first quarter to the second quarter. Yes, there's a reason for that, right? There's a reason for that. People, look, you've got a lot of good content on there, but, you know, you're so freaking obnoxious, Disney Plus, right? Again, with your constant gay shit, right? And nobody minds anybody being fucking gay. Right? Don't get me that. Nobody has any problem with anybody being gay, right? We learned to live and let live, right? But then gay marriage came around, and there seemed to be this push for, like, not coexistence, but dominance, right? And not from normal fucking gay people. No, from, like, these weirdo kids who wanted to think they had something to fight against, right? In their second report, the Walt Disney Company revealed that Disney Plus subscribers in the United States declined. Okay, fine. I just read that. The last time Disney was below 46 million in the United States was a year ago at the end of the third quarter. Yeah, I mean, it's contracting very quickly, right? And also, you know, let's be real. Money isn't. We're not in the same world as we were. And was it during the Trump years? You know, it's like we've had. I think America has had a practical reduction of about $5,000 to $7,000 per household just because of per year, just because of inflation. This is one of the first things to go. You know, again, there is content on it, and I guess I would up for Disney Plus, I guess, because for Doctor Who, right? So because I'm going to review it, and so yeah, I would totally. That's the one thing keep me going for it. But I think, like everything else, I don't know if it's going to bring in new subscribers, because I don't think they can possibly deal with what the actual problem is. And the actual problem is that they, you know, they are disconnected from the audience because they have this weird gender ideology that they're forcing down your throat. That like finally people are pushing out back against them. They're not that interested. It's unlikely that Disney Plus will see a rebound moving forward, as the company announced they will be increasing prices for the service, right? The company announced the new price for moving forward will be $7.99 a month. Subscribers choosing to forego ads will be $13.99 a month. See, I kind of cheat. So this is what I do. I'll get the $7.99 a month, and I'll BitTorrent. Right? I was like, well, I'm paying for it. Fuck off. Leave me alone. Or $139 annually. I mean, they should give you a month or two free if you're paying annually. It's something like this price increase will see the number, subscriber number. It's highly likely that this price increase will see subscribers cancel their subscriptions. Again, it's getting bad financially. It's getting bad. I mean, look, you know, in the UK how much the prices of everything have gone up. It's like the price will see a number of subscribers go up, and their subscriptions, at the very least, change over the subscription through non-ad version. Yeah, exactly. In fact, the company's earnings call for the Walt Disney Company reported the company had signed up 3.3 million subscribers to the ad-supported option. And since its inception, 40% of Disney Plus subscribers are choosing it. Yeah, again, for me, I'll just BitTorrent it and pay the $7 or $8. Having subscribers switch from the non-ad plan to the ad-supported plan might actually be part of Disney's plan. Well, yeah, listen, they make more money on the ad plan because they sell advertising. Although, you know, even their ad sales team had to have like ESG, was it DEI diaries of how they help with diversity, equity, and inclusion. Like the individual people working there. That's what pay raises and promotion was based on, not on performance. So despite seeing a decline in subscribers overall, they actually saw a 2% increase in the average revenue per in the ad support model. Well, it's good for them, I guess. I mean, I don't want to make any more money. Following the loss of Scooper WDW Pro, who I've been following this very, very closely, posited that Disney Plus platform is dying. He said, it looks like Disney Plus is dying. Well, it's contracting, right? I listened to this morning. It's contracting right now. He went on to explain that they are trying to mimic the current model they've implemented at their Disney parks. He said the idea then is that how do you grow your money? The revenue at the parks, well, you find every way in the world to derive more money out the wallets of people coming to your parks. Well, that's not a winning strategy, right? There's this hotel I used to go to called Carmel Forest Spa. It is it was freaking gorgeous. It's still gorgeous, right? Beautiful hotel, fantastic food, right? And it's like a spa in the mountains of the Carmel Forest. Again, absolutely beautiful, right? But like high-end hotel. But the last time I went there was a couple of years ago, and they changed managers. And they used to have this thing they had this lovely lobby with a log fire. It was great in the winter, and they had this tea station, right, where you had all these different teas, and there were these things you could put in like fresh ginger and mint and lime and all these different types of sweeteners and sugars. And it was freaking gorgeous, right? And you'll sit there by the fire and have your tea. It was lovely. Right, absolutely lovely. Now they've taken away all the free stuff and made it into a place where you can buy drinks and food. I'm like, oh, and you had just this incredible breakfast. The breakfast went on for I think from 7 in the morning till noon, and I think then from 1 till 4 you had lunch, and then from 7 till 9 you had 7 to 11 was dinner, and again really, really, really high. Can I hit a second? Let me see if I can get some pictures of it. Hotel Carmel Spa. Hang on. It was, just gorgeous, right? But they idiotically started nickel and diming it, right? When you're paying top dollar for a luxury resort, where's the pictures? Do we have any pictures? Come on, have a coupon, check it. No, I want to find. Discover the hotel. Well, what you got? Gallery. Well, where is it? Where's the gallery? Is this the gallery? Okay, so that's just like one bit of it. It had these beautiful bread stations. Yeah, I mean that. It was like just piled high with this gorgeous looking, high-end food. Right. This gallery sucks ass. Right, I'm talking. The breakfast buffet was one of the best things I've ever seen. That's the workout room. Never been there. That's a little shop. Why do they have pictures of the food, morons? Right, that is just insane. Anyway, because they nickel and dime it, forget it. I'm not paying top dollar and then have to pay another $5 for a fucking cup of tea. Right, leave me alone. Right, same thing with Disney. It's not going to work. Did you not notice your $1 billion idiot hotel, Star Wars hotel, that collapsed and burned? Did you not notice that happening? Well, that did actually happen. We've essentially, we're going to go back. We're going to cut back on new stuff, and we're going to cut back on new programs, and we're going to cut back on new shows. Well, good. They're all shit, right? And we're going to find new ways to drive more money out of subscribers, he elaborated. I think that's an anti-growth proposition. Again, listen, look at Star Wars. One of the big things they want to bring subscribers in. No, I thought Mandalorian season 3 was okay. Wasn't the first 2 seasons. They changed it to Bo-Katan. I wasn't overly impressed with Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano, but it does look like a very feminized show. It's all about a bunch of chicks in space. Right, I watch it if I'm already subscribing, but I don't give a shit. I'm not subscribing for this, right? And that's their problem. I'm subscribing for Doctor Who because I'm a Doctor Who nut, and I'm probably going to not like it. Later in the video, WDO theorized that Disney's core problem was that Disney Plus, with Disney Plus, is they don't know how to create event television. Well, they don't. And again, they have all the pieces there they could put together. But they don't, right? All this is kind of trying to escape that base issue that they have. They're losing subscribers because they don't produce content that is interesting, and at the same time, they're creating uninteresting shows and creating insane budgets. Think about Secret Invasion, which they filmed like 3 times, and they had redid the special effects 4 times, right? And it looked like shit every time. I would have thought. About all the Marvel stuff. If you think about Star Wars, we got Ahsoka coming out. We know we've got the acolyte. We know the acolyte costs as much as a major motion picture, and there's zero interest in the acolyte. Yeah, I'm sorry. Your not so secret gay agenda isn't working out, Disney, right? Which is what the acolyte is about. So Disney doesn't do Stranger Things. They had one good show. They had The Mandalorian in terms of driving cultural interest, and they killed it, right? And then they had a chance at maybe the first season of Loki. No, most people dropped out. It was Tom Hiddleston that they kept them on. Again, I don't even know if I'm going to bother watching the next season because I don't care, right? I don't, like most people. I don't care. Tom Hiddleston, notwithstanding. Now, at the same time as that, we have the Doctor Who content is everything we've seen so far, not so bloody impressive. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.